Coming along! What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma. Today's video is going to be on how I designed my own collage wall. You guys have probably seen collage walls. They've been pretty popular recently and I really wanted to have one in my own room. It's basically just a bunch of aesthetic pictures together that have the same color scheme, the same vibe, and they look really cute and they're a great accent on a wall. I'm living in my very first apartment this year. I am a sophomore in college, so last year I had a dorm room and this is my first year in an apartment, and I knew that I wanted to have a collage wall on my wall. I really liked how they looked. I think they're really unique and they look super cute, and there's so many online that you can buy. So I was looking on the internet for one that would kind of match the vibe I was going for. A really popular one online is the Tesla collage kits, and I was looking at some of those and some cheaper options because those do get expensive pretty quickly. They're great pictures and you get a lot of them and it's super nice quality, so I definitely understand why they are expensive, but I was also looking at some cheaper options. This is gonna drive me crazy. I started thinking about it and I was like, it really would be so cool if I could pull it off and have a really cute collage wall with all of my own pictures, just because the pictures would be more meaningful to me, being that I had taken all of them and I had memories associated with them. I was definitely skeptical to do this. I didn't know if I was artsy enough to like put a whole collage wall together because you want to make sure all the colors flow. I ended up finding 52 pictures just in my iPhone camera roll. I put them all into one big gallery and I decided that those were the pictures that I was going to try to use for the collage wall. These were mostly artsy pictures I had taken over the years from vacations I had went on, just on my iPhone, nothing fancy. I had some from the Bahamas and New York and Colorado and different places like that I had been lucky enough to travel to, and I had some really cool pictures from. And now the wall is done and it's actually right there, and I will definitely show you guys in full detail at the end of this video. But I just want to share with you guys how I went about creating this on my own and what pictures and editing I used, where I printed it, and how I put it all together. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and yeah, let's get into the video. Now the first step obviously is getting your pictures together and finding the pictures that you want to use. What I did is I literally just started going through my camera roll, started scrolling down, and all the pictures that I thought I could possibly use, I would just select them and put them in one album, so I had all of them compiled in one place. I called the album Collage Wall or something uncreative like that, just so I had all the pictures that I could potentially use in one place and I could reference them and kind of get the vibe of the pictures I was going for. When I was going through getting pictures, I made sure not to get too many pictures where it was people. If there are people in my pictures, it's like a behind shot or something subtle to where it's not distracting. Personally for me, I just wanted it to be focused on pretty landscape pictures and pretty objects and less on me and actual people, so it flowed together more and it wasn't as distracting, because I feel like if it was just like a random selfie of me up there, like that would just take away from the aesthetic. I was basically just looking for pretty pictures that had a good aesthetic vibe and not too much going on. So yeah, I found all the pictures that I wanted to use, and the next step was to edit them. This is the absolute most important step because this is what is going to tie your pictures all together. To edit these, I used the app Lightroom, and I'm going to explain to you how I actually went through and edited all the pictures. Now the goal of editing is to make all of the colors look the same, if that makes sense. In my case, a lot of the pictures I chose had blue in it, whether that be like navy blue or teal blue or light blue, and I edited all the pictures to where the blues were pretty much the same hue. Doing this is what's going to bring your pictures together so you don't have random colors everywhere that don't really correlate. So Lightroom is definitely what I would suggest using because you can adjust individual colors. So I'm just going to show you guys a quick example of what I mean if you're not familiar with Lightroom. When you go on the app, you obviously want to choose your picture. This is one of the pictures on my wall and I took it a few years ago at Universal in Florida. I decided for myself when I was going through and editing the pictures that I wanted all of the blues to be pretty much teal and light. Obviously in this picture the sky is a pretty dark blue, so I'm going to go in and adjust the blue color so it's that teal color that I'm wanting. So the first thing I do is hit color, and I'm going to go to mix. When you click on mix, the color options pop up as to what individual colors you want to adjust. So there's two blue colors here, and I'm just going to find what works best for this picture and for me. So I'm going to select this light blue right here, and you have three options. You have the hue, the saturation, and the luminance. And like I said, I'm going for a bright teal color, so I'm going to try to get that color by adjusting these three settings. You just have to figure out what works. So when I click on the darker blue, you can see that that's what is being picked up more than this light blue that just does a little bit of adjusting. So I'm going to go on this dark blue. You can see as I move it to the right, it gets that purple color, which is is what I don't want, and as I move it to the left, it gets that teal color that I'm looking for. So I'm going to pick a place that looks good. By doing this, I already got the teal color that I want, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust the saturation and the luminance because it is still a little too of a dark teal for me, a little too saturated. So I am going to go ahead and just unsaturate it a little bit and then up the luminance. So even though it is teal, it's very bright. And once you get it to a place that you like, all you have to do is crop it if you want all of your pictures to be the same size. Personally, I did all of mine 8.5 by 11, which is like a normal printer sheet size. You can honestly do whatever size you want. You can have different sizes. There's definitely collages out there where not all of the pictures are the same exact size, but personally for me, I wanted them to all be the same. And you can look at the before and after of the picture just to see how you've edited it. To crop it, you're obviously going to go into the crop tool, and then I selected the 11 by 8.5. I do want it to be vertical like a sheet of paper, and this cropped it horizontal 11 by 8.5. So I just clicked this button in the top left corner and it cropped it how I want, and this is exactly how it will come out. And yeah, you can see the before and after from here, how it went to that like dark blue. It was still a really pretty picture before, but now it has that teal color that I want. So then you can just go here and click save, and you're done. So step 3, once all your pictures are edited, you obviously want to print them out so you can put them on your wall. Now I use staples to print my pictures, and if you have a Staples near you, I would 100% recommend doing this. They literally have a whole section of their store that is printing services, so you're guaranteed to get super quality photos. It's super easy. I just emailed all of my pictures and they printed them out for me, and it wasn't too expensive either. You can always buy your own ink at home and print it from your printer if you have one, but these are actual pictures being printed out, so they require a lot of ink. So I felt much more comfortable just sending them to Staples, being like, here, print these, because they have the resources to do so. They're ready within a few hours of when I set them in, and the only thing with this is that they do come with white borders on it. I forget exactly what they said, but basically their printers can't cover the full page without putting that little border around it. If you don't want the white borders, you'll just have to cut them off, which is a little tedious, but personally they didn't bother me, and honestly I think it makes it look clean. But yeah, if you don't want them, you'll just have to cut them off. But the pictures turned out to be super good quality, and I printed out 52 pictures and it was about $32, so it wasn't too expensive. I think it's pretty reasonably priced because you're getting really good quality prints, and it's definitely cheaper than buying one online. It was honestly super fun to make, and it's just like that much more cool and that much more special to me because they're all of my pictures. And yeah, that's how I put together my own collage wall, and I guess it's time for me to show it to you. I really love how it turned out. It's really cool to me that these are all my pictures. If you're thinking about doing your own, you can definitely still do that even if you don't want to use your own pictures. I'm sure you can find really cool pictures from Pinterest or wherever on the internet to create your own. If you guys do decide to make your own, I would definitely suggest laying out all the pictures and getting it organized before you try to put them on your wall. When I was still at home before I moved in, me and my sister laid out all of the pictures and we organized them in the exact way that we wanted to have them laid out on my wall once we got in here. I think it would be really hard to just eye things as you were doing it, so I would definitely suggest just laying them out, and so you already know what you're gonna do before you put it up, and you know that it's gonna look good and you're gonna like it. It was much less stressful when it came to putting it up because we already knew where everything was going, and all we had to do at that point was physically do it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making this. It's honestly one of the most creative things I've ever done. I'm not the most artsy person at all, but I really like how this turned out, and I hope you guys do too. Me and my roommate were actually thinking about creating a collage kit with some of these pictures and some of her pictures that people could buy and put on their own wall. And obviously if we did that, we would replace some of the more personal pictures where it's like me in it, because I don't think you guys want me on your wall. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments if you would possibly be interested in that. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Bye.